Hey everybody, this is Victor with Master Book Flippers. I help Amazon sellers level up their business with online book arbitrage, making it faster and easier. In today's video, we're going to talk about the publisher field and how it can help you better source textbooks or non-textbooks faster than ever before. So if that's of interest to you, then stay tuned. So this is our newest feature. We come out with enhancements every year, and really this is one I really should have done from the beginning with the publisher field, right? It's something that you think people would want. Customers have asked for it, and for whatever reason we didn't start off with the publisher field in our database, but is now available for all the books. Now, I will say to you, one of the important things you need to know about why we have the publisher field or why people want to look at it is whenever you're sourcing books, you really should understand what kind of book you are sourcing. And what I mean by kind of book, what you should be concerned with is the sales pattern of the book. Meaning, you want to know, is it a textbook? Is it not a textbook? It just sells randomly throughout the year. Is it a book that just sells quite a bit in the summertime? We call them July textbooks, or they're high school books, or one semester college books, whatever you want to call them. Or maybe it's a Christmas book, it's an other. So let me show you an example. If you're familiar with our service and our diamond flips, as you can see, we include the sales pattern of the books, but we had not included the publisher. It is now there, as you can see, which is great, but I'm just not making this video to just tell you that we added in the publisher, right? That's great, but I want to show you something that you have not seen before that's going to really help you hone in on the books that you might like to source. All right, so it is, like I said, it is with all of our books. It's with our textbook, it's with our diamond flips, our platinum price drops, and our super flips. On this video, we're going to focus in on super flips, and I'm going to show you how the publisher field can help you source books even quicker. All right, so we're going to click on, here's our super flips. Now, as you may have seen in some of our other videos, you've heard me comment, we have really good filtering capabilities. Really, I think we have the industry standard as far as filtering. But I'm going to show you a basic filter, which you can do, but which I'm going to encourage you isn't that helpful. So we're going to add a condition here by publisher. That's what we're talking about. So there's our publisher. Now we've got a couple different options. The one we're going to use is contains, and we're going to say contains something. Now, in this video, I'm only going to go over a few of them, but a few different publishers. But if you try our service or we have additional training, I'm going to give you a lot more detail regarding, I'll give you a long list of publishers and we'll go into more detail. So in this video, I'm giving you a high level overview, so don't worry that you miss anything on this video. But let's say one of the biggest publishers is Pearson's for textbooks. So I'm going to put in Pearson, just start typing in it. And you notice when you start typing it in, it immediately, there's no needing to click a button or anything. It just immediately filters the data exactly how you want. So immediately you're looking at Pearson, all these Pearson books. Now, that's great, but and you can do that, of course, with any. But what I'm going to show you is like next level that we want to do, right? I always try to do things or try to encourage people to do things as efficiently as possible. And doing this one by one, knowing different publishers will work, but it's just going to take you longer. So here's another idea I'm going to give you and what I would prefer to do myself. So we're going to go over, and I created this other view called, I put Review Super Flips Textbooks. And let's look at what this filter looks like. So this filter, I put in, I've got 4 different publishers in here. So what we're looking at is, I'm only looking at like the biggest publishers. We've got Pearson, Cengate, McGraw-Hill, and Wiley. So what I've done here is shown you only the books from them. So you know that these are probably a really high percentage of finding textbooks. And you can add more. So you can just simply add in more publishers, right? As you run across a publisher, and I'm going to provide you a long list in our more advanced training, that's going to include a long list that you can add in. Add in the ones you want. Maybe there's some you do want, some you don't want. But the point being is you're going to have flexibility like you've never seen before when it comes to being able to zero in on textbooks from a certain publisher. So let me look. Let me take off Wiley for a second. Just show you how easy. So instantly, the moment I clicked off it, it's now not showing me Wiley. It's only showing me Pearson and the ones you see on the screen. Okay. So to add in Wiley, you would just hit plus, add condition, and we want the publisher to contain Wiley. And the moment you do that, they're simply added in. Okay. Now that's great. Now you might be saying, well, that's great. I've heard a lot of good things about textbooks, but there's always a downside to something, right? And some of the downside for textbooks is you could be restricted, right? And I'm not going to go into restrictions on this video. I've got another video about that. I'll put that in the links below. But one thing you can do is instead of zeroing in on these publishers, let's zero in away from them. Okay, I don't want to see any of these books. So in that regard, what we can do, we've got review non-textbooks. And what that filter looks like is we say the publisher does not contain Pearson, Cengate, or McGraw-Hill, and any other ones you want to put in there. So pretty cool. So if you're heavily restricted or you don't want to look at textbooks for some reason, you can just go in here and you can modify this exactly to the way you like. Let me give you another example. I've heard some people say, you know, I don't mind, I don't want to see McGraw-Hill. Let's say they're the only ones you don't want to see for whatever reason. You just don't want to buy from them. You want to buy from others though. So what you could do is you can create another filter, and I'll just show you that really quickly, or I'm going to make a new view, I should say, with a different filter. So I'm going to duplicate this view and I'm going to name it. So important to keep myself organized. So, and I'll just put no, like in plain English, no McGraw-Hill for me. All right, here we go. Now we need to make the filter match what it says. So we're just going to modify this. We're going to remove Pearson. We're going to remove Cengate. And now we're just, all these books simply do not have McGraw-Hill as a publisher. And everything else is still there. All right. So it's really, so hopefully you can see how quick it's going to be to zero in on, you know, the books that you might want from one particular publisher, lots of publishers. You can mix them all, mix and match, and you can all do it in one view very quickly and easily. You set it up, and the great thing about once you set it up, you know, you don't even need to do what I just showed you. You just come in here, and once you get your books in here, you just click on that one and it's done there. One other thing, for those of you who are new and may not be familiar with our service, let's take it one step further. Let's say you don't want the McGraw-Hill, but you want to look for the profitable books, right? Or the ones that at least they have an FBA offer. They have somebody selling it merchant fulfilled. We can add in a condition, and we can say, let's do the ROI, right? Let's say where the ROI is greater than 85%, we're just going to put that in. And let's say, you know, ROI is only one of the things that's going to make you successful is a high ROI. But you know, the big difference of online arbitrage versus sourcing it in a bookstore, you know, a $2 profit with an 85% ROI does not excite me, right? I want a higher profit. So let's put in the profit. So we've got an ROI of 85%, and let's do a profit of at least $18. Just pick that out. And again, as soon as you put the numbers in there, it's instantly there, and you'll scroll over. And in fact, one more thing I'll do, I will put in, you'll see the profit and ROI, but before I do that, let's sort it, right? And let's make this the sort with the profit on top. Let's hit apply, and there we go. And now when I scroll over to look at the books, I can instantly see the profit and the ROI for all these books, and I know that it meets the following conditions, right? None of them are McGraw-Hill. All of them have a profit of at least $18, and all of them have a profit, an ROI of at least 85%, okay? And by the way we're doing that is we are matching the lowest FBA. There are going to be some cases where you are going to want to even price higher than the lowest FBA, or lower, and you can go in there and adjust that, and the profit and ROI will be calculated for you automatically. And yes, that does account for the Amazon fees. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in learning more, I'll put a link below where you can sign up, and there you can download our free quick start guide. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.